Lunchtime and 3-year-old Zachary Trees is ready despite early morning surgery to remove his adenoids and put in ear tubes. His mom brought him to Children's from Altoona because 4 months ago, Zach was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
I thought he had a urinary tract infection.
Really?
Yeah, like he just started peeing everywhere.
Right now, Lisa is struggling with reality. Insulin injections 6 times a day, complete changes in the family's eating plan. Even so, she believes diabetes research will one day relieve her son's burden.
I think he has a better chance of being okay when he's older.
Could that change come from this lettuce?
First stage, we cut leaves and then we shoot the gene.
Lettuce rules Dr. Henry Danielle's life.
This would be not only a cure, but it will also be an inexpensive cure.
Danielle believes it could come from genetically modified lettuce grown in his lab at the University of Central Florida. A leaf is placed in this machine and then injected with the human gene for insulin. And says Danielle, it now produces human insulin.
I've been so stunned by the number of emails and phone calls that I have received. I've received thousands.
The attention came after, he says, he gave his insulin-producing lettuce to diabetic mice. He says after 8 weeks of treatment, the mice were normal.
Once this autoimmune disorder was cured, the beta cells came back alive and produced normal levels of insulin. And so there was no need to take any more insulin.
Danielle says his lettuce can not only prevent diabetes before symptoms appear, but treat the disease in later stages. Danielle's research is published in Plant Biotechnology, but it's not published in any real medical journal. So I called a few experts around the country to ask them what they thought, including one premier researcher right here at Children's Hospital. In this lab, Dr. Massimo Trucco has spent nearly 30 years trying to unravel the diabetic puzzle. He says Danielle's research is believable to a degree.
The pieces can be still immunogenic, so you can do a sort of treatment before the onset of the disease.
Okay.
But when you are already diabetic, and to avoid the insulin injection, that is total BS. You cannot do that.
Danielle's lettuce is ground to a fine green powder.
The medicine will be in the form of a capsule.
And that's the problem, says Trucco. Insulin in any form cannot get into the bloodstream from the stomach. It would be digested.
Will not have a physiological function. That would be a broken enzyme, so we cannot use it.
Others agree. Still, Henry Danielle is now planning human trials of his lettuce. If all goes well, his work must be successfully reproduced by other scientists before gaining credibility from peers, parents, and patients who live day to day on hope.
That's right now, that's our whole life.
Now, I asked the American Diabetes Association about this research. Those folks haven't heard of it. Now, that's not surprising. Human trials are just starting. Scientists everywhere are looking for a cure to diabetes. Some expect a cure to be found within the next 5 years. And while they can't know for sure, they don't believe it will come from genetically modified lettuce.